what is the best thing that mindfulness has taught you? I'd say that probably being aware of everything around me and my own thoughts is probably the most useful thing, because I realised that before now I used to walk around without noticing what was going on around me or taking much notice of how I was feeling or anything like that. So I think that mindfulness has probably helped me to take in my surroundings. I think the best practice that showed me that was probably when we tried the grapes and the chili, and it was really thinking about what the chili and the grape looked like and what it felt like, and then savouring the flavour. And I realised during that even though I don't like chili, taking a moment to really focus on it kind of made me realise that it wasn't as bad as I thought. And so it kind of taught me to accept things as well, to notice that the bad things aren't always as bad as they seem. So I think the best thing mindfulness has taught me is just to be aware of what's going on and to just accept it, that it is there and it's okay to be there.
It's almost an ability to live in the present moment, perhaps, as opposed to tackling what you have built something up to be. It's actually, I suppose, tackling what it actually is. And albeit that sounds quite gimmicky, but an exam, for example, you build it up in your head to be something which is very important, and of course, on many levels it is. But the difficulty, I find, at least for me, isn't so much in going in and doing what I need to do, but the difficulty is in what I make it into in my head and what I believe I'm tackling as opposed to what I actually have to do. And I think in that regard, mindfulness is something which isn't some kind of far-off gimmick, but it's actually something which even a skeptic could apply and could find useful. Because even if you're the kind of person who isn't a yoga practitioner and doesn't meditate for their 2 hours a day, you can see surely the benefit in thinking, right, I have a problem. Now, I'm looking at this problem and it seems big, it seems as if it's going to be a problem to tackle. But actually, what mindfulness teaches you to do is to break that down. So, with regard to your body, you're sitting, and of course this is only a small part of it, but right. How am I feeling? How do I feel in contact with the chair? How do my feet feel in contact with the floor? If you can train your mind to think like that, then not only do you have a better holistic feeling, but also it can be directly translated. You're sat in an exam, right? I'm being asked this question, what is it actually asking me? As opposed to, oh my God, I don't know what that word means, or this wording is different to what I've seen before. It's a case of, okay, I know what that is. I can do X, I can do Y. How can I apply what I know to what I'm being asked? And of course that's applicable to every area of life, but with regard to education especially, and not even in an examining class as well. It's giving you a mindset of taking what you have and applying it to what you're asked to do. And in that sense, it not only reduces the anxiety associated with, oh my God, I've got to do this, but also gives you a much more powerful and a much more stable position and a place from which to advance forward and tackle any changes you're given. Because you're in a state of, I'm whole, I know what I know, and I'm going to apply what I know to the best of my ability. And that is a much more beneficial place to be than, I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing, this doesn't make any sense to me. Because even if it doesn't make any sense, you're not panicking, you're stable, you have the ability to take a breath, you have the ability to just sit back, understand that you're here, regardless of what you do, everything is as everything is. The anxiety is reduced, and then from there you can move forward and do what you have to do.
So did you use it in your exams?
Absolutely, I found myself, and this is easy to say yes, of course I did, but in terms of actual real world application, I found myself doing not perhaps exactly what I'd done in class. Of course, I didn't move my chair into a circle and ask the other people in the exam to participate in the guided meditation with me. But what I did find myself doing, and almost subconsciously, is I found myself firstly focusing on my posture, and that's something which I found was very helpful in revision as well. In terms of maybe half an hour, I just found myself thinking, right, what's my posture doing? And I found that in terms of learning and in terms of having to remember things, an open posture, not craning the neck forward, not leaning over, thoracic extension, a nice neutral spine, actually was very beneficial in terms of my emotional state towards what I was actually learning. That translated directly into the exam. I then found myself thinking, right, okay, maybe this isn't going as I wanted it to. I can't control that. I can't control what's on the paper, but what I can control is, okay, my posture is good. I can take a deep breath. My mind is clear, and I'm not thinking, my table's wobbling, my palms are sweating, I've only got 5 minutes left. Is the examiner looking at me strangely? All of that is not relevant, because I can control what I can control. I have an understanding that I can do that. I can take a deep breath. And then the only unknown entity then is the exam paper. And I can give it everything I have because I'm not worrying about this peripheral stuff. So in that sense, yes, I used mindfulness in my exams, but it wasn't mindfulness in terms of perhaps exactly what I've been doing in class. It was the core principles of controlling what you can and then focusing with your whole attention in the present moment upon what you can't.
Thank you, guys.